Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who were well and who taught us truth. Today's lesson, we're really going to go into not preaching this word, not putting forth, Yahweh Shem Yahshai's words, with contention, strife, envy, filthy lucre's sake, but doing it in sincerity and in truth. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, because this is what we ought to do. This is what is commanded of us. Real quick, let's go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So this is our duty, to fear the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai and keep His commandments. We're keeping His commandments to the best of our ability, and we're preaching this word out of fear. What does it say? It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And what else to say? How's it go? Who knew his Lord's will and did not? Because what did Yahweh say to the disciple Peter at the time? Feed my sheep. So this is what we got to do, man. Matthew 24 and verse 45. We'll start at verse 44. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. So we don't know when Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to return. We don't know when He's going to return. So we got to be ready. We got to be watching. Let's see what that word ready says real quick in the Greek. Ready at hand, G 2092. Prepare, ready of things, ready at hand. Opportune. Let's see what opportune says on Google. Well chosen, particularly favor or appropriate. Ready, prepared to do something, to receive one coming. Who is the one that we're receiving coming and waiting to come? Yahweh Shai. Because as it says in Romans 13:11, our salvation is nearer than when we believed. So we can't be doing this thing, running back full circle. We can't, knowing that Yahweh Shai is returning soon, knowing that we don't know the hour, nor the day, the minute, the second that when Yahweh Shai is going to return, neither does He, the Father only. We shouldn't be preaching this word and handling the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshai with contention, with jealousy, with proudness, with filthy lucre, making merchandise of the truth. But we got to be humble, meek, lowly, as we await Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Verse 45, Matthew 24 and 45. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. So, blessed is the man, when, because that's what Yahweh has done. He's gave in his prophets, the prophets of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, the men of the Lord, give them rule over the household, to feed the sheep, to feed the flock. It says, and what it say, blessed is that servant. So we want to be part of that blessed is that servant. Verse 47, verily I say unto you that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. And verse 48 down is not what we want to be. Verse 48, and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And we don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to be a hypocrite. So we got to make sure that we know the will of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and that we're doing the will of the Lord, doing the will of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai. It's easy to know the will, but are you doing the will? Think about it. So we don't want to be that evil servant who's handling the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, any kind of way. Can't be half hood, half holy. You can't have 1 foot in the truth, 1 foot out, because what does it say in Revelation 3 and 15? It says, Revelation 3 and 15, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. You got to continue to put your hand on the plow no matter what. No matter what it says, in season and out of season, man. And you can't handle the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshai any kind of way, like a wicked ninja, man. You can't handle the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshai like a nigga in the world would. That's what we see now. We see Christians, Baptists, Catholics handling the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshai disrespectfully. And now you have Israelites who claim to be in the truth, who is handling the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshai disrespectfully, man. You're being lukewarm. You're not being on fire for this truth. You worried about your own belly. You worried about filling your own belly, being persuaders of men rather than persuaders of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. And that's not the way we want to go, because it leads to nothing but destruction. You're trying to find your own way to salvation. You're trying to find your own way. There's only one path. And that path does not consist of proudness. That path does not consist of pride, envy, strife, contention. That straight and narrow path, man, no. Can't come up no other way. John 10. It said that it will, Yahweh Shem Yahshai will consider you as a thief and a robber. What happens to thieves and robbers? They get killed. You fuck with the wrong individual, and that individual is going to kill that thief and that robber. And with Yahweh Shem Yahshai, you messing with the wrong ones to be handling the words of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai disrespectfully. That's why when you come into this truth, man, you walking on eggshells. Each and every step that you take, each movement that you make, each thought that you think is being watched by Yahweh Shem Yahshai. What does it say? Slakia. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 23 and verse 19. Such a man only feareth, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 23:19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts. We're being watched like hawks, closer than hawks, man. We're talking about the Yahweh Shem Yahshai, the angels. We're being watched by things and beings that you can't even see, that the naked eye can't see, in another dimension watching us. And you have guys who are handling the words and this truth like can't nobody see them. And if you have the true men of the Lord, which we believe that we are, starting with our apostles and elders of great millstone, if we see you handling the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, how so much more the true power? If you're doing this in front of the people, what are you doing behind closed doors, man? The Lord knows, because the Lord, as it says, considers the most secret parts. But what does it say? When you go back to that Ecclesiastes 12, and this time we're going to get verse 14. Last verse, Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. For the Most High shall bring every work unto judgment, with every secret thing. So everything that you do in the darkness is going to be brought to the light, as it says in Matthew. It says whether it be good or whether it be evil. So everything is going to be brought to the light. Everything is going to be brought to the light. So we don't want to handle this truth like a nigga. Don't handle this truth like a somebody in the world, man. Because the Lord is watching. Each and every step that we take is being watched. And we will make sure that we're not handling it with contention, strife. Because when the Lord comes back, he's going to give you your reward, whether it be good or whether it be evil. What does it say in Galatians? Galatians 6 and verse 7. And it reads, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. When you try to come up your own way, that's you mocking the Lord. You mocking the Ancient of Days, the everlasting power outside you. You messing with somebody who has demon-like power, who can destroy the both body and soul in hell. For whatsoever a man soweth, continue on, that shall he also reap. So if you reaping wickedness and ungodliness, if you handling this truth in wickedness, then you're going to receive of your just doing. Not even your just slogging, not your just, but your doings, man. Verse 8. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. So when you're handling this truth like a nigga, half hood, half holy, you can have sex on the Sabbath. The mark of the beast is sin in all of its forms. What else? There's so much more out there that Jake is just bugging out on and misconstruing concerning this truth, concerning the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. And that's sowing to the flesh. Your own way, your own belly. And it said what? That you're going to reap corruption. But what does it say? But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. That's what we want to be part of. That's why you walking on eggshells. You want to make sure, okay, is this correct? Is this the right breakdown? And that's what the apostles and elders have been doing for the past 35 plus years. And then you have individuals who come in. Oh, yeah. Been in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Yeah, that's wrong. Come on, man. Philippians 1 and verse 16. And it reads, the one preached Hamashiach of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds. Now let's get that word contention. Again, it says the one preached Hamashiach of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds. So you're not doing it sincerely. Let's see what that word sincerely means first. G55, chaste, clean, pure, with sincerity. Honestly. You're not doing it honestly, man. Contention, G2052. It says, we'll jump down. It says electioneering or intriguing for office. It says, Slakia. Let's see what this says. It says partisanship, factiousness. Let's see what these words say. Not really much. It says this same word was found before New Testament times, only in Aristotle. It says word denotes a self-seeking pursuit of political office by unfair means. And what's the political office in this case? You know, being in a high stature in the fold. You know, being known, want to be seen, want to be heard. By unfair means. You're not doing it in sincerity. You're not being humble. You're not being lowly. You're exalting yourself. It says Paul exhorts the church to be one in the mind of a Mashiach, not putting self forward or being selfish. It says, quotes Philippians 2 and 3. Let's see what that says. Okay, it's not going to go to it. It says James 3 and 14 speaks against having selfishness or self-promoting in your heart. Real quick, let's go to James 3 and 14. See what it says. James 3 and verse 14. But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not and lie not against the truth. So it says, in the NLT, but if you are bitterly jealous and there is selfish ambition in your heart, don't cover up the truth with boasting and lying. For jealousy and selfishness are not the Most High's kind of wisdom. Such things are earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. Damn. This is what this is, man. When you have these things, proudness in your heart, when you have selfishness, jealousy, envying, strife, contention in your heart, it's not spiritual. It's earthly. It's unspiritual. It's demonic. It's devilish. Continuing on. Let's get back into KJV, verse 16. For where envying and strife is, there's confusion in every evil work. Now you got what? The new covenant. We're in a new covenant, and then you have individuals who is on the live feed and the comments saying this is confusing. You bringing nothing but confusion, man. It says, verse 17, but the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. It shows no favoritism. It is sincere. It's peace, loving, gentle, willing to yield to others, man, as it says in the NLT. It is full of mercy and good deeds. It says, verse 18 KJV, and the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace. So if you reap into the Spirit, you're going to harvest that righteousness, that peace. Let's get back to that Philippians real quick. About to finish it off. Philippians 1 and verse 17. Let's get that word contingent again. There was something else I wanted to get as well. Jumping down. When you go to the Thayer's lexicon, it says, used of those who electioneer for the office. Now let's get that word electioneer because we've seen it up top as well. Electioneer of a politician or political campaigner take part actively and energetically in the activities of an election campaign. Go on to Hussing's doorstep, go out on the knocker. So you're taking part actively and energetically to be somebody and be seen of the world. And you're doing it energetically. It says what? For office, courting popular applause. So you're getting these applause. You're getting the eyes of men. You know, the men seeing you, they applauding. Yeah, all praises. Shalom, you really did them in. You really cut that Edomite. You really told those Israelites what they was about. And then that makes you feel good within yourself, man. Yeah, I did something good today. When really you didn't. It says, courting popular applause by trickery and low arts. You're tricking the people, man. You're tricking the Israelites with low arts. Low arts, man. It says, again, courting popular applause by trickery and low arts. You're handling the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshai with deceit, with lies, deception, trickeries. You being a fox, man. You being a snake. You being Esau. This is something Esau does. This is how Esau gains the masses of the people, man. With trickery and low arts, and you following after Esau, man. This is equivalent to contending against God. So when you do these things, you're contending against the Most High. Philippians 1 and verse 17 now. But the other of love, knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel. So the ones who aren't doing this with contention, but in sincerity, with love, peace, with being lowly, humble, they doing it of love. They doing it out of the pureness of their heart. cleanness of their minds, man. Because we're defending the gospel. In the NLT, because it got it switched. So the really 17 is in verse 16 of the NLT. It says, they preach because they love me, for they know I have been appointed to defend the good news. We're here to defend the good news, man. And when you're preaching it with contention, strife, lies, deceptions, deceits, filthy lucre sake, merchandise of the truth to persuade the men, you're going to get called out. Because you got to do this with sincerity and in truth, or you'll be found to fight even against the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and it will lead to nothing but your destruction. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, and to the fold. And before I end it off, I'd like to give our praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Chakwadash, and double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.